What up, though? Hey, hey, hey. What it do, baby? What up, Chike? What up, brother Chike? What's up, guys? What's up, beautiful people? Hey, family. I see you, mesmerized. What's up, Mr. Dreads and Reds? We got an interview coming up, right? When is this interview? Oh, my God. What day is it? You got to remind me. I have an interview coming up. Make sure you guys tune in and make sure that you follow Mr. Dreads and Reds. If you send it to me, then I'll post it while we're on this live. I have completely lost track of my days, y'all. We've had a very, very busy, it's this Sunday. This Sunday, make sure you guys tune in. Follow Mr. Dreads and Rez. I'm doing a really fun interview with a lot of amazing women. So it's going to be a really good thing. It's going to be a fun thing, you guys. Listen, my day has been great. Absolutely. I miss you, Chike, as well. What's up, sexy people? What's going on? What's going on? It's raining. Coming back from an awesome workout. Okay, let me not even hold y'all up. My workout wasn't even that awesome. I was tired as hell. I've just been really tired. I usually have a lot more energy, but I think what's happening is that I am readjusting to a new schedule, right? I've been getting up a lot earlier, right, babe? Been getting up super duper early, which is, I'm trying to get on my Oprah Winfrey stuff. I ain't getting up at 5:30 though. But I've been getting up really early because I've been trying to train and recalibrate. Thank you, honey. Recalibrate and just really get into a different space. I bit the crap out of my lip, y'all. It hurts. I'm trying not to, bit the crap out of it. Don't ask me how. I need to chat with you. Reality TV is calling, and I need my big sister's advice. Ooh, really? Absolutely. I would love that. Just let me know. I think you already have the number, Chike, but just text me. I'll text you. I'll text you the information. Whenever the opportunity comes up to, share advice in this world of reality TV, I'm here for it, right? Okay, here, let me pin this. Pin comment. Boom, I just pinned the comment, you guys. The impact of girl groups. And it is Black Music Month. Oh, boy. What was that? Y'all, I let my husband pack. We just went to Sam's, and I let my husband pack it up, and it just rolled around right quick. That's okay, honey. It's so funny. I was looking at this meme. I think I sent it to you. I was looking at this meme where they said, dear husbands, fellas, when your wife says, when you get a minute, I need you to do something, that means you need to start putting your shoes on because she needs you to do it right now. That's just a wife's sweet, loving way of saying, I need you to do it right now. What else do we want to talk about? What's going on, you guys? It's raining here in Atlanta. A lot of great things on the horizon, as always. A lot of challenges ahead as well. And I embrace challenges. I think we all should embrace challenges. I think we learn who we are and what we're capable of when we are in situations that challenge us the most, right? You don't really learn shit when you're just in a situation where everybody's agreeing with you, everything is agreeable, everything is good. You are more blowing at you for a reason. What, he mad at you? He mad. You are more in a space of just kind of enjoying life and positive things are happening. But when the challenges set in, you really find out what you're made of. Somebody said, let's talk about the BET Awards this weekend. Shout out to my friends over at BET. I don't know, you guys. There used to be a point where I was really excited about getting out to LA. Look at all that stuff that's done rolled around from Sam's Club. That's funny. I was always excited about going to LA and BET Awards weekend. And I'm, shout out to Jesse Collins and Connie and Kim and all the folks over at Lewis, everybody over at BET. Good old days. Look at this truck. What you doing, dude? He ain't bugging. He's swerving. But yeah, I used to be geeked about BET, and now I'm geeked about going to LA for this hearing on July 10th. My first time in front of the judge. I just get geeked about different things these days in weird, twisted ways. But shout out to everybody going to BET. Have a good time, celebrate. I'd be interested to see what R&B artists they got performing on there. I think this is the year of hip hop. Ain't this like the 50th anniversary of hip hop? Somebody else might know. I think everybody's real hip hop heavy. There's a lot going on in hip hop. Oh my God! Speaking of what's going on in hip hop, I haven't really said anything about the family that's going through a really big public trial right now and some issues. But I will say this, that I love me some Kimora Lee Simmons. She's so dope. This is just unrelated. I'm going to make this unrelated to any of their personal stuff because I don't want to buy in my family business. And we don't know family dynamics. I think people should always, consider that when you have an opinion on people's family issues. But I love Kimora. I think she's so dope. Y'all be forgetting Kimora from St. Louis, baby. Kimora is from the Lou. And always been down to earth, always been super cool, always been super smart, always been a great businesswoman. And she's done a great job with her kids because from what I understand, forgive me if I'm saying it wrong, but Akoi, her youngest daughter, is one of the youngest people to graduate from Harvard. I'm sorry, no disrespect, their youngest daughter. The oldest daughter graduated from NYU. So I just think that's so dope. And I think actions speak louder than words. Wrote a song about it. And I wish them all well because I know how it gets when emotion takes over and you just let it out. And sometimes that's what you need to do. You just need to tell the truth, shame the devil. I'm not calling nobody the devil. I'm just saying. Sometimes people, I was watching a video and one of the young women said, I'm not allowing anybody to use my silence as a weapon anymore. Not saying that's what happened. That's her story and I'm not denying it because that ain't my story. I wasn't there. But what she said was super profound and it really made me think about it because a lot of times people try to use the fact that you don't want to make things, you don't want to blow shit out of the water, you don't want to make things too messy, you want to really consider all parties involved, you don't want to be exposed to litigation and shit like that. But sometimes you just got to say what you got to say for the sake of your mental health. And no matter who it irritates, whose demons it irritates, you have to say what you have to say. And I thought it was so dope for her to phrase it that way. She's like, I don't care what y'all think about, you shouldn't be bringing this to social media, you shouldn't be speaking publicly. Sometimes when somebody has put your back to the wall, I'm not saying that this is why, I'm not speaking for nobody and I'm not speaking an opinion, this is a general statement and it really applies to me because y'all know I'm gonna tell you what I got to say and I don't care who think I'm crazy. I know that I'm in control of all of my faculties, and sometimes you just have to say what you have to say. And it's funny because people try to use the whole I'm not going to comment on a case, or I'm not going to comment on a situation, and usually those people are guilty of something. And I'm talking specific. I've moved on from them people, so don't try to take what I'm saying and place it on that family. I'm saying when she said that, I agreed 100% because I understand what she means when she says people try to weaponize your silence and the fact that you don't want drama. And contrary to popular belief, I don't like drama. Neither. I don't like drama. I do my best to avoid it. But when you bring it to my door, I'm going to open that up and I'm going to be like, walk right in, sit right down, let your mind roll on. For real. Because I'm not here for bullying. I'm not here for people taking advantage of me. I'm not here for people lying on me or stealing from me or disrespecting me or evading my privacy and my mental health space and not letting you know exactly how I feel about it and taking action. Legal is usually the route I take. Even though you be wanting to slap the sugar on the iced tea out of people, I always go the politically correct legal route to remedying situations if we get to that point. But that's just my point. I was super proud of any woman, any young girl, any person who is brave enough and fearless enough to speak up. It's not easy, y'all. Y'all really have a lot of opinions. And by y'all, I don't specifically mean you if that's not you. I mean y'all if that's y'all. People have a lot of opinions about how folks respond to a very big bully. And by a very big bully, I mean somebody with a lot of power, a lot of money, a lot of influence, a lot of resources and shit. And women in particular have to be careful because we do get emotional and we aren't always, like men can just be like, please, the way men get at each other, directly at each other, say what they got to say to each other, and don't nobody give it a second thought. But a minute a woman and a man can say the exact same thing. But because we're women and we have more emotion attached to it, because that's what you need. Take care of you, cook for you, take care of the family, you know, it's the reason. All of a sudden, it's too emotional, or the validation of it is somehow devalued because it's coming from a woman's perspective, and that is time out for that. So you can scream and you can cry and you can cuss somebody motherfucking ass out, and you can let it all out and still be right, and still be a badass, and still be a boss. And I want to say on behalf of all the boss women who feel like they have to hold stuff inside and be extra hard and extra mean and all that other stuff, just to be taken seriously, shout out to women like Kamora Lee Simmons, who gonna let your ass have it, might shed a few tears. Candy does it too. You'd be surprised. A lot of women, I do it, shit. We say what we have to say, and sometimes there's a couple tears attached to it. But usually when the tear part happens, then that's when it's just, you know, it is what it is. So let me see what else y'all talking about. Stop rambling. Challenges help you grow. Right. Forces you to dig in. Exactly. Ooh, boy. And boy, do I know that to be true. Because we came up. Let me see if I should say this. Yeah, I'm going to say this. So, yeah. Tests and challenges will make you dig deep. You're absolutely right, Chike. When I tell you we dug so deep, babe, then we dig real deep in the last few weeks, man. Listen. All I got to say, yeah, we still digging. But what we dug up through digging, go to Pacer, Pacer, and pull up Nicci Gilbert Daniels versus Lionsgate. Y'all see what we dug up. It's all public information. And that's another thing. I was really proud of myself. My husband said he was proud of me too. My whole family, actually, and all my friends and a lot of y'all. Really proud when I looked. At first, I felt a little vulnerable when I look at the Pacer. And for those of you who don't know, Pacer is like, you know, where you get all the accurate information on all the motions and dockets and all the other stuff that is filed in court. There's a lot of people out here in these streets who don't go to Pacer. It's a lot of talk shows and talk show hosts and Deadline.coms and Hollywood reporters and all those other people who don't go to Pacer looking for cases that involve black women who may have valid cases. I mean, if I was a non-black woman, I'm sure my case would be everywhere. But at the end of the day, because I'm a black woman, and, you know, they want to believe that it is frivolous and don't want to read the facts of the case, which all the facts are there now. Most of the facts are there now. And the crazy thing is we haven't even had an opportunity to do this discovery, which is, hey, God is in control. The judge is in control. Have not done discovery because we just weren't given the opportunity to do discovery. But we did a lot of quote-unquote discovery beforehand. And if you guys thought that 47 video comparison was something, wait till you see. It's what, almost 60 now that we've been doing digging. So Chike, you're absolutely right. There is a shorter video with more comparisons. We got all kinds of exhibits, and we didn't have an opportunity to do discovery. So God is in control, you guys. July 10th, I don't know what's that, about 2 weeks from now, something like that. About 2 weeks, we go to have our first hearing. This could be our first time in front of the judge and our last time in front of the judge, or our first time in front of the judge and we get the opportunity to move forward and have our case heard in front of a jury, which is what I've been wanting since, I'm not going to say I've wanted that since 2020, because actually, 2020 when I found out about it, I was actually, you know, very hopeful that, you know, Katori and Lionsgate and Stars and all those people over there would just quietly be like, oh yeah, oops, our bad, and take care of it, and nobody would ever have to know. I mean, really, honestly, wasn't that what we was trying to do? Pretty much. Yeah, because you guys didn't know. Y'all didn't know till 2021 or 2022 was, I don't even know. I done lost track of the dates. But yeah, a lot of people didn't know because we didn't want a lot of people to know in the beginning. I wanted to be very quiet and amicable and whatnot. And especially after all that Kelly Price shit, I was really like, oh God, I really don't want my name out here now. But it's out there, and you Google me, and, you know, as I was about to say before I got a little distracted, when I see that I am up against all of these defendants and all of these powerful people, and it's just my name alone, although I know I'm not alone, my husband is with me as well, and my family members and those people who have really had my back through this process and really shown up for me and my family through this process are with me. But it's crazy because you see this one lone person against, all of these people, and all of these people with all of this money. And it makes me feel proud because you know what? No matter what happens, people will be able to look back and people will be able to say that this lady stood up for herself and she stood up for her rights. And not just for myself and my rights, but all creatives. Because the truth of the matter is, when you really think about it, this is which is why it's so shocking that more people haven't covered it. This is one of the preeminent copyright infringement cases of our time. There are not a lot that you can look up and Google and see the side-by-side comparisons like you see on WIRFmedia.com, or you see if you go to Pacer and pull up the document, which is all public. And, hopefully this sets some kind of precedence, because so many artists and so many creatives have just been in a situation where they have been neglected by, a system that doesn't care about your ownership. And ownership is what changes everything for us, you guys. And I've been saying this for a long time. I've been saying this since I discovered it. And it was Tyler Perry who taught me all about ownership, indirectly and directly, working with Tyler Perry, working with the people who worked with him and enabled him to, obviously this person is clear that you're trying to get around them and they're driving slow on purpose to agitate you. So just don't let them do it, baby. Like people will intentionally try to agitate your ass, right? But I learned from Tyler and the people who initially were involved in his career, who, thank God, are still very close friends of mine and helping guide me along the way in a lot of areas, that ownership is everything. Ownership means everything. And that is why when I went to Lionsgate and I pitched them the idea for Soul Kittens Cabaret and the pilot Curtains, which is, pretty much, in my opinion, in my attorney's opinions as well, carbon copy of our show. A lot of y'all don't know that we're not basing this case solely on my play. The play is the foundation of it. The play is the thing that is the story, the original story I wrote in 2003. But I also wrote a dramatic television pilot, which is what I was pitching in LA. So a lot of people don't know that because you don't go to Pacer and read. Reading is fundamental. Like I said, it's a lot of talk show hosts getting renewed season after season after season, having folks on their show talking about all of the fabulous things that are happening, all the Emmy predictions and all of that, but are not being journalistic enough to actually Google or go to Pacer and read the facts and say, there's an actual conversation here. It's the motions to dismiss it. The first few have been denied. Sure, they're trying to dismiss it again on July 10th. They're trying, this is their final opportunity to just get my case thrown out of court before we go to trial. And most people don't really get to this point because it is very, 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 did I say very, very expensive to do it. And, you literally put everything you have on the line when you are fighting a corporation. Major corporations. I'm not just fighting one. I'm fighting several. Look at the Pacer docket. PACER. All you gotta do is register. It's free. Get your own. It'll tell you everything. What's the last? We got like about 75 motions, and it's just been a process. So my point is just, it's very difficult. People don't want you to talk about how difficult it is because a lot of times people use that as an advantage. But, again, like so many other people who are just saying what they have to say, like nobody learns if you don't share the truth of what it is. And I've accepted that I could very well lose this case. We could lose at the Central District of California. I'm not crazy. I know I'm going to LA. And I wanted to stay in Atlanta. No offense and no shade. I'm not disrespecting nobody. I'm not disrespecting no judges and no court systems. Lord knows we don't play them games. Of course I wanted to stay in Atlanta because I live here in but the judge in Atlanta felt like there were more witnesses in LA that could be subpoenaed, that could be brought to court. So I'm just hoping that, like these motions to dismiss were denied, that on July 10th, which is our 12th year wedding anniversary, that our judge sees that we do deserve to go before a judge, a jury, because we'll be going before the judge on the hearing on July 10th in LA Central District. So we're very, very confident, but stranger things have happened. A lot of plaintiffs have lost. A lot of plaintiffs. And ironically, like I've said before, a lot of them are women. And ironically, women who were suing some of the same defendants I'm suing for the same thing. It's crazy. Like, literally, like, go to Pacer, but yeah, 2 of my defendants have been here before for the same thing, and the plaintiffs in the case lost. So I'm very clear. And matter of fact, one of the defendants, well, whatever, just anyway, I'm not gonna get too deep, but this ain't the first time some certain people been in front of this judge. So I am prayerful. I need y'all to pray. We are confident, but I need prayer. Lift our family. We got a few weeks before this long ordeal that we have been going through since we discovered this infringement in 2020 comes to a head. And God willing, we will be able to, and this is just the beginning, which is crazy. Like, you know, the fact is, we'll be going to court for the first time, God willing. We'll find out July 10th. And let me say this, I want it to be over. I want these people to run me my money, pay me what they owe me, and move on and do whatever the hell they want to do with that show. But I need people to talk to me like they got some sense, right? I've already said it. I got gray hair and